Hope you're all well. This is a tip for all you golfers out there who really struggle for that dreaded C word, that consistency. Whether it's a consistent strike, whether it's a consistent distance, whether it's consistent accuracy, okay? If all three of those elements you're struggling with, this could be the tip for you. So it usually involves, especially male golfers, male macho golfers, who tend to want to try and hit the golf ball as hard as they possibly can do. Okay, they usually feel probably maybe out of control, which isn't a bad thing in some ways, because yes, as we said in a previous video, we want to make sure we are swinging the golf club with freedom. But what we do also need is to make sure we're having the right moving parts at the right time. Okay, so for example, if we're struggling hitting the ball both left and right and struggling to get that club down to the ground in a repeatable, consistent way, this is really going to be the tip for you. This is going to be the crux of the session for you. We've all done it. Again, we've gone out there, we can shoot the lights out. It's brilliant. It feels great. It feels like the easiest game on planet Earth. But then next day we go out there and shoot hundreds and then think, oh my God, what on earth happened? We don't feel like we've done anything different. We don't feel like we've done anything drastically different to hit those bad shots from the day before to the day after. It feels awful. And we'd almost, the majority of golfers I teach always want to say, yeah, I just want to sort of, make some bogeys, make some pars, even make one or two little doubles, but then get rid of those triple bogeys, those quadruple bogeys or worse, okay? Sometimes they have a birdie, and the next hole they can make a 10. It's that sort of game, and it is very frustrating. But I can guarantee this tip will massively help you out there. So what's it all about? Again, as I say, it's that repeatability. Because remember, the game of golf is all about what the club does when it gets to impact. The ball hasn't got a clue where we are up here, down here, through. It hasn't got a clue. What it does care about is where the club is at impact. And we now today will help give you that impact position that we need to try and get into to help with that repeatable strike, to help with that repeatable distance, to help with that repeatable direction of that golf ball. So what I want you to do out there, and again, you can do this on practice or in a social game out there, if you're playing on your own, for example, on the golf course, try these feelings to help get you and see how different the strike is, see how different the distance is, and see how little effort you are able to put in to get that ball out there. Whenever I do this drill with anyone out there, they're usually absolutely amazed about how far they can hit it with so little effort. So what I want you to do, set it up as normal as you can to the golf ball. It might be the setup that's the reason, but again, go see your pro regarding that. But this isn't a setup lesson. This is just trying to get us into that impact position that we'd like to get into using the setup that you've got at the moment. So get into your normal setup position. And what I want you to feel here, I want you to feel like you're only taking the club back to halfway. Halfway for me being defined as sort of no more than pocket height here. We don't want the club going up here. But a lot of you people out there who feel like your club goes back really quite far, usually your arms are collapsing, they become unstable. So halfway to you, for example, if you swing like this, halfway to you will feel like that. Okay, it will feel like that. It won't look like massive amounts of difference, but it will feel dramatic. Okay, so get that feeling. We're stretching on the way back. We feel like we're reaching out for something and getting that club halfway back, and then bringing it down. Slight pause here, bringing it down. I want the butt end of the golf club, the very end of that golf club, to get to the target first. Okay, so we want that feeling, that butt end of that golf club getting to the target first. We don't want the club head getting to the target first. That will just be what I call a wafty scoop, or sort of scoop the ball up in the air, and we'll have very little chance of getting that ball, pressuring that ball, as we said in a video a few videos ago. So we need to make sure when we get that club out, we're stretching, feel like it's barely halfway, and then from there, we've got to feel that butt end closest to the target, okay? So let's do that again. Slowly back, stretch, butt end of the golf club, get into the target first of all. Again, we don't want that club head getting to the target first. Here's the trick. Do not worry about what your body's doing. Don't worry about what your wrists are doing. Yeah, you'll feel variation in different feelings in regards to your body. You might feel, if you're used to this, your wrists will feel in a completely alien position. The trick here is not to think about what the wrists are doing. The trick here is to think about what the golf club needs to do as it comes into the ball. So try not to be put off by whatever wrist feelings. It's, as I say, it's going to feel awful. Try not to be put off by what you feel the wrists are doing or the body's doing, whatever it might be. Try and focus on that butt end of that club. Try and focus on feeling like you're stretching away from the ball with that butt end coming close to you. When you've done a couple of slow motion swings like that, I want you to put some speed into it. Halfway, butt end towards the target. Stretch halfway, butt end towards the target. And then when you're going to hit the golf ball from there, you'll be absolutely amazed. One, at the quality of the contact. Two, the accuracy. It's going to start straight and stay straight, more likely. But also the distance it goes for so little effort. And that is the key here. We want very little effort for maximum return. We're swinging all the way up here, okay, and really letting that club head get to the target first. We're putting maximum effort for very little return. We need to completely reverse that. So for all you golfers out there who struggle with the contact, struggle with the accuracy, struggling for distance, even though you feel like you're putting a lot of effort in, this is for you. Stretch, and that feel it, stretch, get that club halfway, and that butt end of that golf club getting to the target first. Hope this helps. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and comment below for me, please.